I heard somebody a plane ran into it. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. Yeah. Well, that's a plane. I know. You see planes like that in the World Trade? You ever want to come down?
Oh, all those people in there.
You can't get out. No. No. A lot of dead people.
Getting worse. You on your phone?
Yeah, it wasn't working well. You know what kind of plane was that?
I don't know. All I heard, I was up on a roof over here, and all I heard was a boom. And then I go downstairs, and I didn't think nothing of it. I come outside, and I see smoke and paper everywhere.
I know, I thought it was the first person that was great today.
Yeah, because inside they said, don't be alarmed, it happened on the top of the World Trade Center. I'm inside, and I'm like, I'm out of here, man. I heard an explosion.
Were you in the building?
No, it's over here. Oh my God, that's not somebody falling, is it? Wait. Yeah, but you see, it's going down floor to floor to floor. That'll happen with fuel. So many people in there, man. God. Oh my God.
Come on, everybody, go home. Leave. Don't look, don't look. Don't look, don't look. Everybody, don't look.
Come on, this way.
Don't look, don't look, don't look.
Yo, these are fucking federal buildings. I ain't standing next to these things. Oh my God. Oh, these poor people. I can't believe this. Oh my God.
Okay, maybe I didn't have a view. I didn't have a view.
There's a hole in the side of that building.
Okay, I didn't see it. I just saw it blow up. I just saw it blow up.
It really was? Somebody said it really
There's a hole in the. I was just on the other side. There's a big hole in the side. Listen,
I saw the second one blow up. I was standing.
you see the first one blow up?
No, I was coming out of the subway, saw this paper, I thought it was campaign stuff.
I thought it was a plane. They said it was a plane. I was
That's
working
what I
in
heard.
the
I was
building.
hearing people say that, but I haven't seen anybody.
Not two buildings, not that
Not
far
two
apart.
No, the first one was on fire for a good 5 minutes that I was watching.
and then the second one just blew up.
Yeah, but how is that gonna blow up? This is a fucking bomb.
It's a bomb. Number two. It's a bomb.
Yeah. It's intentional.
This is intentional. This had to have been intentional. Unless it was a meteor, because there's a building. There's on the side of the building. It's a block base. It's big.
Oh, I believe that.
I saw it both because I was coming around that building.
All those people in there.
People miraculous.
Oh my God.
I caution you at this point to wonder whether or not that airplane was occupied by more than just a pilot or crew. We don't necessarily know that there were any passengers aboard that airplane.
Understood. Understood.
Darren Kagan joining the conversation here, sir, but
There's no indication that there would be any air traffic on purpose in the area of the World Trade Center at this time of day, or any time of day for that matter.
I'm not feeling good at all. I'm alive, but I'm leaving because this is too close for comfort and I got it all on video.
Yeah, you okay?
No, man. No, I'm not okay. I was on the roof and all of a sudden all these people. Thank God I'm not a cameraman. This is all the stuff from the buildings. These people have no idea what happened. They say that one plane crashed right into the building, and then they said that it was hijacked. I think personally it was a missile, but then I saw the second plane hit the building. That was the explosion that you saw. Oh my God, you can't pay me enough to work in this goddamn city, that's for sure. This is horrible.
About 8:45 Eastern Time, one plane crashed into the tower, the World Trade Center tower on the right, the first of those towers that you can see behind me. And then about a half hour later, a second plane crashed into the tower number 2. That's the one to the left, where the darker smoke is billowing out right now. We have reports, CNN has been told that one of the planes was an American Airlines 767 that had been hijacked from Boston. We don't know if that was the first or the second plane that hit the tower, but we do know that it was a 767 American Airlines jet. At least that's what CNN has been told by sources so far this morning. We also have reports of 1,000 injuries. That is unconfirmed, and we always remind you in moments like these that as these initial reports come in, it is very early. I can tell you, driving in, it is extraordinarily chaotic on the west side of New York. It is the kind of situation where numbers change, where situations change, but this is the information we have now, that there are at least 1,000 injuries, and we're working on that. As you can see, the smoke billowing out of the Trade Center. In Sarasota, Florida now, Major Garrett joins us. Major, what are you being told?
President Bush has notified and talked rather to Vice President Cheney. He has talked to the FBI Director Robert Mueller, and he has also spoken with the Governor of New York, Governor Pataki, about this catastrophe. The President will convene a national security meeting upon his arrival back in Washington. Those are the 4 pieces of information we have gathered here in the moment since I just spoke to you on the telephone. The President, as we just saw a few moments ago, identifying this as an apparent act of terrorism against the United States, said there will be a full investigation. The entire apparatus, the United States government, FBI, national security. Here's what the President said about this catastrophe in the Twin Towers in New York just a few moments ago here at Sarasota Elementary School. What did they say happened?
2 planes. I saw the second plane.
No shit. Was it intentional or were they?
Two airplanes
2 of them hijacked the Boston.
have crashed
No fucking
into the
way.
World Trade
I was
Center
on 71 when it happened.
in an apparent terrorist
You were in the
attack
building?
on the country.
Really fucked up. I was just stepping
have
off the
spoken to the
elevator
Vice
on
President,
71 and the whole thing.
To the Governor of New York,
Yo, you're fucking lucky, man. Because
Okay.
in which building? In the other?
in
The one that
order
hit.
that the
The
full
one that hit.
resources
That's
of
what
the
they
federal
said,
government
yeah. And the first boom was right in the
go to
building I
help
was
the
in.
victims and their families,
Out of control. Did they say?
and to conduct a full-scale investigation.
So it definitely was 2 hijacked planes?
From
Government
Boston.
down,
I'm not going back in that fucking
and to
building.
find those folks
No.
who committed this act.
No, we need Army
Terrorism
barracks
against our
over
nation
here.
will not stand. And now, if you join me in a moment of silence. May God bless the victims and families.
You're
And,
lucky.
thank you very much.
It's all closed off. There's a whole line of people in front of us.
They were running. I'm talking about. Wait, here's the thing they had me.
This will just give you an idea how close I was. That's from the buildings that exploded. just glad we're all alive. God bless the people that died. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! We're gonna survive. We're gonna survive.
Yeah, put your hand in my belt.
Oh shit.
Stay with me. I think I got home.
Lock the door when you come in.
Oh God.
Please.
Okay, are you guys alright? Oh God. Oh my God.
I should have stood. If I could get to my job from here, maybe. My job is that way, 2 blocks that way. People look like they can breathe in this.
Yeah, I think it's clear enough.
Oh my God.
Give it another 2 minutes. Look, there's a building with a door open there.
Don't go in there.
Why not? Is it full?
Oh my God. Oh, dear Lord. Padre Pio, ayúdanos a noi, por favor.
Thank you, please, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
Oh my God. You're sitting on some water. You might want some water.
Part of the building simply collapsed, and that's what we saw, and that's what we're looking at as smoke now just covers Lower Manhattan.
Oh my God.
To the end of
I was like, I didn't lock the door.
Before the Trade Center.
Okay.
The Sears Tower.
Don't.
Yeah. Oh my God. When are they gonna open the fucking street?
What do you mean? What street?
The street's all closed.
Why?
I wouldn't stay here.
I'm trying to get out of here.
Drive that way. Towards.
Okay.
Broadway, if you can.
Don't breathe right now.
A few minutes ago, we don't know if something.
You know what? I'm going to get out and I'm going to get to a subway.
The subways are closed, man.
They are? They weren't before.
Wall Street and. Are you okay?
No.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Wall Street and City Hall is open.
Just go ahead. You there?
Yeah, this is Rose Marcy calling from York.
Rose, tell me what you know.
Just a few minutes ago, we saw there's a portion of the building where the first plane struck. It seemed to be.
Can people breathe this? It looks like they're breathing it.
I need some of this.
It's hard to tell whether they're being pushed.
Okay. I got to make a run, I think.
I think you think we can do this. I was breathing this in for a while.
Oh my God. I'm sorry about the mess.
That's all right. Thank God for your van. All I got to say is I don't know if I could have stayed.
Thank you.
Oh.
Okay. Maybe if I can get to my building.
Oh my God.
Every airport in the United States has been shut down as the FAA and the government have to figure out exactly what has happened, what is at risk, what is not, who is behind it. Are there more explosions, more attacks to come? Here in New York, the trading on the New York Stock Exchange has been suspended, at least for now. Bridges into the city have been shut down as police try and clear the way. We can tell you, if we were coming in perhaps an hour ago, there was a convoy, I can't think of a better word, a convoy of fire and police trucks racing down the West Side Highway. This is in the middle of rush hour. Obviously, every available fire unit here.
Oh God Almighty! Please let us go.
Brought to the Trade Center outside the White House. John King, our senior White House correspondent. John.
Hello, Aaron. They have pushed us even further back away from the White House now, and there are more than a half dozen fire trucks. Some of the Secret Service now patrolling the perimeter of Lafayette Park, which is directly across from the White House, have automatic rifles drawn to keep people away from the park, and they're policing back and forth. You can probably hear additional fire apparatus. They were evacuated. All they can tell us is that they were told that there was a credible threat on the White House as well, and that they were told to evacuate the premises. What we do not know is whether or not the Vice President and the National Security Team have stayed inside the White House Situation Room. We know that they were directing and monitoring operations from there as of just about 20 minutes ago. But the White House staff, the Executive Office Building staff, and all the office buildings around, including the Treasury Department and some government and some non-government office buildings, people have been evacuated out into the street. And again, the Secret Service now putting up yellow police line tape, and some of them patrolling Lafayette Park with automatic rifles, which is a scene quite extraordinary here across from the White House.
John, tell us as best you can what the government's national security apparatus will do right now. I mean, what do you guess is happening, and where is it happening?
Well, I don't want to guess at all, but from the White House Situation Room, the President or a Vice President can direct a war, can direct a full-scale world war. The White House Situation Room is where all information is accessible to all information from the United States military, from the Federal Emergency Management Agency, from the Federal Aviation Administration in this case. So the White House Situation Room is prepared just for situations like this, unfortunately, to be prepared in a time of crisis for the President to monitor incoming information and to direct any U.S. military or non-military emergency response. The White House Situation Room is a bomb shelter, for that matter. That part of the White House is a bomb shelter.
Let's go, man.
If they had stayed in there is unclear. We know in the past that would be the routine. We do not have a direct answer as yet, because most of the staff, if not all of the staff, has been evacuated from the premises.
Well, again, you're not able to get any calls into the building right now, or at least not getting them answered at this point.
Calls you get into the building are not answered. And more apparatus showing up now as we speak. Most of the senior staff come out with the national security staff, as we would recognize anyway, but I should
We're being drowned out by the sirens. Alan Duck Frank of our bureau here in New York joins us on the phone. Alan, where are you?
Hi, Alan. Our colleague Jennifer Westerman also just arrived. She was closer to the building. I'm just south of Canal Street, but in the World Trade Center. Just before 10 o'clock, parts of the building began peeling away. People started screaming. Jennifer tells me, because she was a little closer to the building, that the police began yelling, "Run, run!" And thousands of people started running away from the buildings as they were falling. That was, of course, followed by a onrush of ambulances and special police vehicles. Some people have told us, although I can't confirm this, that dozens of stories of the building have fallen away, maybe down as low as the 30th floor.
And again, just because we lost a little bit at the beginning, where are you physically now? This is the...
Just up in downtown Manhattan, 10 to 15 blocks north of the World Trade Center.
Got it. And the pictures that viewers are looking at, this was that collapse of the South Tower just a few minutes ago here in New York.
Yes, and moments after that, people began running toward us. Jennifer Westover was always at the stock exchange. They're about 5 blocks away, and she saw the same thing.
Alan, thank you. Let me go to one of New York's deputy mayors, Randy. The former deputy mayor, what are you hearing, Randy?
I only know what I have seen on television. I'm trying to talk to somebody.
Hand me the microphone. There we go.
I only know what I've heard on television and tried to speak to some friends, obviously. Phone lines, communication is difficult. Nothing prepares you in life for a senseless tragedy like this one, but there is no secret that are prepared to deal with such emergency situations in New York City.
Tell me, based on the plan, what is happening 30 blocks away?
Mayor Giuliani established early on an Office of Emergency Management to coordinate all the government agencies involved. So you have coordinated leadership of police, fire, health, all the city agencies responding to that emergency. They planned for this kind of event. Unfortunately, this is not a unique occurrence in the life of New York City or our country. Tragedies
It may not be a unique occurrence, but it is a very rare and extraordinary one.
It is extraordinary, and therefore, in New York City, we have coordinated response, and they're responding now and providing every help that they can under these extraordinary circumstances.
Hang on 1 second. We have a report now of a plane crashing at the Pentagon being evacuated. Fire on the mall in Washington, the State Department evacuated. We have all flights shut down across the country as officials sort out what's happening here. Randy, back to you for a second. How much of the, well, if I recall this correctly, there is what was called a bunker, the mayor's bunker for these sorts of events in the Trade Center, correct?
There is an emergency management center at the Trade Center.
Clearly the mayor is not there.
I have not spoken with the mayor, so I don't know his physical location, but I do know that coordinated emergency response started immediately. It's something that the city prepares for, and it's something that, under these tragic circumstances, the city is doing everything it can to respond.
How much of the plan changed after the World Trade Center bombing in '93?
Well, there was no coordinated city response. There was no Mayor's Office of Emergency Management. Rudy Giuliani established that. It's been one of the hallmarks of his tenure. And unfortunately, there are extraordinary circumstances like this one where that coordinated effort has to come into play and is coming into play now.
Why don't you, if you can, stay with us for a little bit.
Sure.
I suspect other questions are going to come up. I want to go through again what we know here at this point, and also point out some things that are not insignificant that we don't know. And one of the things we don't know is we do not now know how many fatalities there have been and how many injuries there are. We can only surmise that this is a catastrophic event here in New York. Both Trade Center towers hit. One of them appears to have collapsed. How much of it collapsed? These are very large. In any case, we cannot tell you how many injuries, how many fatalities there have been. This is one of those situations that is extraordinarily chaotic. Even in the best of planning, I think it's fair to say that it is chaotic, and officials are trying to do many things at one time. We have on the phone a pilot who witnessed these planes crashing in to the World Trade Center. Sir, can you tell me your name? John, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
John, tell me what you saw.
This morning we were at Midtown Manhattan in a 31st floor of a building facing south. We saw a 767 flying low down the center of Manhattan Island, heading towards downtown Manhattan. at about maybe 20 blocks north of the World Trade Center. We saw the plane veer to the left and fly directly into the north side of the South Tower.
So this was the second plane that hit the tower, correct?
No, this was the first plane.
Got it.
This
John,
was the 767.
Got it. John, hang on. Kate Snell's on Capitol Hill. Kate, what can you tell us about the events there?
Well, I'm a couple of blocks away from the Capitol right now. I can tell you that about a half hour ago, the Capitol building itself was evacuated. It was a little bit chaotic. Thank you.